Hey Internet, hey YouTube, this is Nate. You can also call me Nathan, please never call me Nathaniel. And welcome back to PaliaWatch. This is episode 9. I was wondering what kind of content I could do for this week's episode, and lo and behold, the devs answered with a brand new Q&A. So they just did, like last week, partway through the week, answering a whole bunch of new questions. So we're going to dive right in and check out those questions and see what new information we can glean from what they have shared so far. So let me just jump into Epidemic Sound so you can see all the music that I play. Now let's go into the Discord here. I wonder if I can... it's fairly legible. Okay, so here we go. Hello again, intrepid Palians. Today we present to you a humble but mighty collection of questions answered straight from the developer source. If this is your first time joining us, welcome, welcome. Pull up a chair and help yourself to some tavern milk. Before we dive in, we should remind everyone that here at Singularity 6, we do our here at Singularity 6 do our best to select questions we know we can give really good answers to. It's important to us that all our answers give you something nourishing to take away rather than a vague, we're not ready to talk about that yet. That being said, often that is the answer to your most commonly asked questions, which is why we've placed our FAQ channel to make sure we're compiling all the most questions in one place for your reference. Even if that answer is, we are not ready to talk about that yet. And of course, you can always browse the previous questions we've answered right here in the channel. We hope that this month's responses give you something to talk about, a little mystery to figure out. And if you have another question, they're planning to open submissions until the 6th of October. So I'm recording this on the 4th. So if you watch this the day it comes out, you have like a day and a half, 2 days to get your questions in if you want to see them show up in the next team answers. With that, let's jump into the first question. Can you share some gameplay, please? Even 10 seconds is good, preferably showing other players too. Welcome to our fair city at Mayor Eric W. Richfort. While we can't show you the whole enchilada right now, we'd be happy to show you a quick little peek into what Palia feels like at a glance. Below is a few seconds of in-game capture from one of our playtest builds. A couple things to keep in mind. This is all work in progress and not representative of the final game at release. Some elements you see here may change. The facial animations have not yet been implemented to our designs, but look forward to a peek at those in the near future. The HUD display has been removed, as that is definitely still not final, but we think you'll enjoy the peaceful atmosphere seen in this video. If we're able to share more next time, we'll try to get other players in the mix. Let's see how this goes. Oh, it's probably too big to see on the stream. It is not downloading very fast. Oh wow, so you can just like jump and pop out your sail there. That's nice. Okay, let's try doing this again. See if it's a little smoother now. Yeah, that's cool. So it really is like... That kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy XIV, World of Warcraft, you know. But that, yeah, being able to just pop out the sail like that, very Breath of the Wild-esque. Super cool. All right. Next question. Will there be another survey for the next round of alpha testers, or will they be picked from the one we already had? Or one we already did? Hey, at Commuto. We're looking at everyone who has ever joined or signed up at all. Everyone who has signed up has the opportunity to get into our future tests. We may need to test based on specific computer hardware, but we do bring all submissions into consideration. Okay. So if you've already signed up, you don't need to worry about signing up again. You still have the chance to get in just from your previous sign up. That's good for me too, because I did sign up. We'll see if I get the call next time. How much creativity will we be able to pour into our housing and decoration? I hope a lot, since that's what I greatly enjoy about most games when I've done my exploration and gathering for the day. Hey, hi, Arin Vanya. This is an area close to our hearts and critical to the identity of Palia. Our goal is to always be expanding the creative possibilities available for players to customize their housing plots, so expect a robust system at launch that continues to regularly expand with new content and systems over time. For example, we started the pre-alpha without the ability to customize wallpaper, but added it halfway through. Now it's a new system we'll be producing new content for regularly. Well, that sounds cool. I mean, I didn't get into that, but my daughter in Animal Crossing super loves to like design her own stuff. So having custom, even like pixel-based artwork that you can put onto stuff, I think will be really cool to kind of add in layers of uniqueness into different people's plots and houses and stuff like that. See, also they allow you to do that with clothes as well. That was her big thing. She loved to make dresses for her Animal Crossing character. So I think that would be really cool for a lot of players who are more into like the creative aspects of these kinds of games. Next question. Do you have an in-game mailbox? Can you send other players mail/items? Hi, inebriated giraffe. Right now we have an adorable in-game mailbox, see concept pic, where you get mail from the villagers. In the future, we plan to leverage the mail system to allow players to send each other letters and gifts. But we are taking our time to make sure that those interactions feel meaningful. The mailbox will still be adorable then. Cool. So yeah, like we talked about this a little bit before, whether there was going to be like a mail system. Sounds like there is. Super cool. I mean, it's one great way to do collaboration is to like send letters to people. I mean, I mentioned this before. I think it'd be cool. And I'll have to see like once I get into the game, but I have a thought of like jumping in and just going to like visit random players and like leaving them notes about like seeing their house, seeing their plot, even if they're not there when they're, when I'm exploring it. If you're able to see housing of any other players just like at random, that'd be cool to like message them and say, hey, stop by, saw your plot, liked your floor, I don't know, whatever. I think that'd be really cool. Next question. How replayable will Palia be? Case study 1, or take for example these two games. Case study 1, World of Warcraft. Takes me about 3 weeks at most to finish the entire new expansion. After that, it is basically just doing the same old dailies over and over again. Repeating the same content is not fun, and I quit playing soon thereafter. Case study 2, Slay the Spire. Each time I play the game, it feels like a new adventure. The replay value is so much more interesting and satisfying that I can go months and still feel like playing again. How is Palia approaching the replayability design? What are you doing to make the game truly replayable so that players look forward to coming back each day? Hi, Dreamweaver. This is a great question and has been a key component of we've been considering since the inception of Palia. The intention has always been to design Palia to be a game that can last for decades. That means regular content updates and a variety of systems built with replayability in mind. Additionally, we expect that a huge aspect of the game that will keep it fresh and exciting are the other players you're engaging with and building a community around. We've already seen exceptional creativity from the pre-alpha players and expect the potential for other players to improve and expand your experience with Palia to continue to grow as we approach launch and beyond. Finally, we know that not every feature in Palia will resonate to the same degree with every other Palia player, and that's not only okay but intentional for many major systems. However, if you're a person that enjoys community simulation games and doing activities with friends, then we're doing everything we can to build a game for you. So I think they're going to lean in a lot on this like community aspect and try to see if that can be the main source of like continuing to play at high level, right? Once you've done all of the main story beats, once you've explored all of Palia, then it's going to be more about like community oriented events. And that's why I think stuff like seasonal events, mini games, mini competitions, and even like watching the village and the land develop over time could be a great way to continue to have players engaged, at the same time not feeling pressured that they have to join every day or miss out on something, right? And it's that balance that I think is going to be hard to hit. We'll have to see how they do when the game actually comes out, but definitely I think with a community-driven game like this, there's a lot of opportunity. Can you share some of the statistics data you have already surely gathered among the lucky few who got to test this game already? It'd be interesting in average session length, what is it affected over time, and in what direction? Same about communication towards the team, where the players contacted you guys. Roughly after how much playtime in real life do people start to come back less often, which I'm almost certain happened. It's the fate of any game, I'd say. Roughly how is the time spent by the average player in categories, i.e. chatting with players, interacting with NPCs, fighting, crafting, gathering. I think this data might give us non-players an idea of where the game is at the moment. Obviously, it might also be closely guarded data, so I'm not honestly expecting you that you reveal it just like that, though I thought I would ask. Okay. Long question, but basically what statistics, what data do they have coming out of the alpha or pre-alpha? Hi, Yeki. We do have some fun statistics that can be shared. Check out this nifty infographic we created below. While it doesn't include information about session lengths and how they were affected over time, we can tell you that many players stuck around and found a lot of value in the social and customization features of the game. They also started to develop their own in-game community events, so testers created their own organic reasons to keep coming back. It was really remarkable to see. In terms of communication methods, we used private Discord channels. These included specific categories of feedback as well as some voice channels where we conducted developer deep dives on different elements of the game. We learned a lot from conducting the pre-alpha playtest and are eager to apply those learnings to our next phase of testing. Please note you will need to click the image and then open it in another browser to behold it in its full glory. That is definitely not in its full glory. Let's open it in another browser. Oh, whoa. Can I, that's way too big. Hold on. Back out. Wait, where's the middle? I need middle. I only have massively huge and slightly big. Hold on. I can't even zoom out. Let me think. How can I get this to be visually nice? You know, I think I saw it on their Twitter. Let me jump into the Palia Twitter. I think there it was much easier to see. Oh, not that. This. Okay, I want to zoom in. How do I zoom in? There we go. Okay, now we can see it in a good view. Okay. So, adventures in pre-alpha. Crops harvested, 76,424. Tomatoes topped the charts at 35,109, while blueberries were harder to find at 1,042. Bugs caught. Okay, so there is bug catching in the game. That's new. I hadn't realized that was going to be part of it. 83,980 bugs, but only 691 of them were lunar moths. Beasts hunted, 128,592. 67,727 seernooks are in a better place. So it looks like hunting seemed to be, at least so far, the kind of main, or at least in terms of volume, was the most active out of these. Oh, actually, just kidding. Mining was the big one. Recipes made, 43,590. Grilled mushrooms were a favorite at 12,673, but only one potato vegetable soup was made. For dessert, you made 153 pies. Okay, so cooking is a thing, and it's cooking food. We'll have to see what that does for you in the game, but that's super cool. Ore mined, 677,855, while 1,304,449 stones were collected. So stone collecting is a big thing. I assume that a lot of recipes require stones. Fish caught, 83,980. Congratulations to Otter and Annette Sirik for winning the fishing competition. So there was a fishing competition. That's kind of cool. Friendship gifts. So we talked about this. There are gifting, and we know that there's a romance and friendship system. 32,639. Einar, Hacian, and Reth received many gifts, while Delilah and Kalare could use a few more. Heart lilies collected, 393. Players Howl and Karkana tied at the most collected with 7 heart lilies. Green pearls found, 109 out of 13,378 oysters opened. Interesting. So oyster hunting, probably on the beach, but I don't know, maybe there's already swimming. Longest shot landed, 130 meters. Player MacGyver the Diver hit a beast with the furthest arrow, followed by Chappa Advisor Pio at 113 meters. Dev Pancake Castle came in first among Singularity 6 employees at 100.8 meters. Bestest friends, Zeki, Auna, and Tish. These NPCs were players' top choice in achieving best friendship. The Great Tree Chop Stress Test. Most wood collected in a single day. Total wood collected 1,647,377. Wood collected in a single day 237,940. Peak collection rate 63,616 pieces per hour. Wow, cool. So I mean, kind of gives you insight into like different activities people are doing and where a lot of people are spending their time. Very, very interesting. I like that a lot. Next question. Are there any plans for supporting a collection style of play? Maybe something like Museum in Animal Crossing where you can show off all the different types of fish and other stuff you've collected, or a way to check someone's profile and see all the different things they've caught. Hi there, Box. To start with, you will have the ability to see what kind of resources you've personally seen and collected, fish, crops, etc. We definitely expect it will be a challenge to collect them all. In the future, we'll be exploring a variety of collection activities you can pursue as a group with your neighborhood. We absolutely want players to have the ability to appreciate your hard-earned collections and accomplishments. So expect a wide variety of ways to share if you're interested in doing so. I think the idea of having like neighborhood competitions could be really cool, where you group together and like fishing, like 4 people fishing against 4 people fishing, or things like that could be really cool. Or collectathons or build-a-thons, things like that could be really, really interesting. I liked the museum as well. Like just being able to have a kind of checklist is always kind of nice for those that are super perfectionist. I certainly am one that gets sidetracked to do every single thing possible. I typically try to get all the achievements in games, so having things like that, collections, definitely taps into that aspect of my personality. And final question. Instead of a romance option for NPCs, could we get a friend path, you know, for those who aren't into the whole polyamory thing, or who want a deeper relationship with a character but don't want to have to marry them in order to achieve it? I'm thinking like Persona 4, the romance options there could also end in a friendship option instead, but you still got a very similar story arc. Hi, Argent Rose. Absolutely. In fact, the main story arc for each NPC is unlocked through the friendship system. The romance is intended to be a separate arc that players can engage with completely optionally. Completing the romance portion of the story adds flavor and specificity to your relationship with the NPC, but it will not affect your ability to complete their story arc. While we do want the romance to feel meaningful and satisfying, we don't believe that close relationships need to be romantic in order to be meaningful, and neither do the citizens of Palia. Okay, so there's going to actually be 2 different layers to it, right? There's the actual friendship part, and then on top of that will be the romance part. And while they'll interact, there's not going to be story arc necessarily based on your romance. It's just going to be like, now the player's in a relationship with you, but you're still going through their story arc. That sounds really good. I think that makes a lot of sense. That's one thing about also Stardew Valley, where if you want to see all the story arcs, you have to romance everybody. Similar with a lot of like old D&D style games like Baldur's Gate and others. If you wanted to go through their whole story arc, you had to go through those romance options. And we're back. Okay, so they are going to ask more questions through, again, 6th of October. So get your questions in now, and then they'll do another Ask the Team next month. But with that, hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Nate. You can also call me Nathan. Please never call me Nathaniel. Oh, by the way, somebody asked, I am not part of Singularity 6. I'm just a dude making videos. So telling me what you hope to be in the game, I would love to continue on in the discussion and speculation, but input to me will not affect the gameplay or anything at all. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.